Peace to everybody. This is about Leonardo DiCaprio saw River Phoenix on the night he died. He disappeared in front of my eyes. And as you can see here, here's the picture of Leonardo DiCaprio on the right and of course River Phoenix on the left. Leonardo DiCaprio was one of the last people in Hollywood to see River Phoenix alive. Speaking about his new movie with Brad Pitt and Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the stars shared one of the most ominous and sad experiences he's had in the entertainment industry. So Leonardo DiCaprio saw him that night, on the night that he died, and they were speaking about the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and of course, Quentin Tarantino, he's a director also, and Brad Pitt, I guess he was part of the cast as well. I grew up revering River Phoenix as the great actor of my generation, and all I ever wanted was to have just an opportunity to shake his hand, DiCaprio told Esquire magazine. He was growing up revering of River Phoenix, and all he wanted to do was shake his hand, but of course that didn't happen. Or maybe it did happen. It all depends on what happened that night. And one night at a party in Silver Lake, I saw him walk up a flight of stairs. It was almost like something you would see in Vertigo, because I saw there was something in his face, and I never met him. Always wanted to meet him, always wanted to just have an encounter with him. And he was walking around me, and I kind of froze. And then the crowd go in my way, and I looked back, and he was gone. So River Phoenix was kind of walking around him. The crowd was with them and everything, and when Leonardo DiCaprio turned around, he was gone after he kind of froze, and then all the crowd was going towards Leonardo DiCaprio. After Phoenix vanished in the crowd, DiCaprio didn't give up on trying to meet the beloved actor. I walked back up the stairs and back down, and I was like, "Where did he go?" And he was on his way to the Viper Room. DiCaprio explained the Stand By Me actor died from a drug overdose at 23 years old in October of 1993, outside of the iconic Los Angeles landmark. Leonardo DiCaprio had to explain himself, and of course, River Phoenix was 23 years old at the time when he overdosed on some drugs. I guess it was an accident, because accidents do happen, and of course, there's no way to fix it in any way. But when Leonardo DiCaprio went back up and down, and he was on his way to the Viper Room. Now, I don't know what the Viper Room is. Maybe it's another club or something. I'm not sure. But River Phoenix was one of the best actors ever. Realizing that he had seen his acting hero so close to his death shook DiCaprio. So it really shook Leonardo DiCaprio up real bad because of the death that River Phoenix had. And here's a picture of River Phoenix when he was this young. I have to say, he is a handsome young man at the time. Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio felt like kids in a candy shop working with Luke Perry. Well, we're not going to get into that too much. It was almost as if, I don't know how to describe it, but it's the extensional thing where I felt like he disappeared in front of my very eyes. And the tragedy that I felt afterward of having the loss is this great influence for me and all of my friends. The Radiant star continued. The actor we all talked about, just to be able to have that always, wanting to just, and I remember extending my hand out, and then two people came in front, and then I looked back, and then he wasn't there. So Leonardo DiCaprio extended his hand out because he wanted to shake River Phoenix's hand, but when he turned around, he wasn't there anymore. So he, so that's why he disappeared right in front of Leonardo DiCaprio's eyes all of a sudden. And I mean, it's, I guess you could say it's like a hide and seek game, but not really. So whatever it is that Leonardo DiCaprio was trying to do, I mean, it's just unbelievable. But in a way, it's a good way. But with River Phoenix, he just disappeared right in front of his eyes. To make the story even more full circle, DiCaprio said that he ended up flying to New Orleans to meet about Interview with the Vampire to play the part Christian Slater ended up playing. Phoenix had originally been cast in the role, so River Phoenix was supposed to be the one playing the cast in Interview with the Vampire, but that didn't happen, so they had to get Christian Slater to play the part. So that's what the more full circle was really about, too, on that part. And of course, DiCaprio had to fly to New Orleans to meet about the Interview Vampire part that River Phoenix was supposed to play at that time. But the death came too sudden for the accident overdose of his drug use. Leave your comments below. I am out.